In this quick video, I'll be showing you how you can use Tracker inside After Effects, make a very simple yet visually effective and eye-catching effect. Without complicating, let's get into it. Okay, so first let's import our raw footage. I've got some raw footage of Iman right here. So let's right click on it, transform and then fit to comp. So once we've got the footage up, let's click on this rotor brush tool up here, double click on the screen, and now we're gonna be left with this brush tool. We're gonna use it to select our subject. We can always use Alt to deselect. I'm gonna select his head right here. Just make sure the whole subject is selected. You can hold Control and drag your mouse down or up to either scale down or scale up your brush tool. For me, this part is not really important because I'm gonna be revealing the object from here. We can also hold our mouse on the rotor brush tool and then choose the refine edge tool. This is good for areas like hair because it really catches the details, as you can see right here, but I'm not gonna use it this time because my focus is on this area right here. Next thing I'll do is go to this window tab right here, and I'm gonna just preview and simply play our video. We can see that as the video is playing, the rotor brush has done a really good job here, and since we don't need 22 seconds of footage, I'm simply gonna set an out point here. So when the preview is done, you can hit freeze here, and I'll simply wait for the rotor brush to do its job. Now that it's done, we can get back to our composition, and we're gonna notice that we have separated him from the background. Now we can duplicate the layer and delete the rotor brush on the bottom layer. So let's quickly rename this layer to roto. Perhaps we can even change its color, and now we can see how it looks. Next thing, I'm gonna import our logo inside the composition. I'm definitely gonna scale it down a bit, perhaps rotate it a little, and then make sure it's positioned behind the rotor layer. I would scale it down even more, something like this will do. And now if we click on our rotor layer, we can play around with these settings here to make it look better. For example, we can shift edge up or down. I'm gonna shift it up a little, bump up the feather a bit too, and perhaps reduce the chatter a bit. Actually, I'm gonna shift the edge into a different direction, something like this. I think this looks good. Perhaps even bump the feather a bit more up, and that's it. Now I'm happy with how it looks. Next thing we're gonna do is track Iman's body position. So we're gonna create a new null object. Make sure to select the Iman raw footage. Now go to window up here and find tracker. We're gonna see it open up down here, so we're gonna click on track motion, and now we're gonna get this tracker point right here. So the whole point of this tracking point is so the point itself can stick to a certain point on the screen and make sure it stays on that point. In other words, that it stays tracked onto that point. So ideally, we would want to choose a point that is a bit contrasty to the background, because then we can make sure the tracker stays on that point and doesn't lose it midway. But on this footage, we can see that Iman's wearing some kind of a black outfit and there's not really much contrast on it. So I was thinking we could perhaps do something close to his neck because there's a bit of contrast here. So perhaps this point right here, something like this. And then in the tracker panel, make sure you click on edit target right here and make sure the null we have created is selected here and press OK. And now we can click on analyze forward. Okay, so we can see that the tracker has done a very good job. So now we can click apply here. You can leave it on X and Y and press OK again. Now we select the null layer and press U. We're gonna see that it now has remembered all of the tracking points. Now that it's all done, we can now click on the After Effects logo and we can use this pick whip to parent it with the null object. That way the logo is gonna follow Iman's body as we play the video. And now if we wanted to, we could play around with the style of the logo. For example, let's take it out a bit. I'm gonna right click on it, choose layer styles, and click on this bevel and emboss option. That's gonna give it this kind of a 3D look. I'm gonna go to its settings and I'm gonna soften it a little. I think it looks nice. I'm gonna right click on it again and I'm gonna add some inner glow to it. I'm gonna make sure to change the color to white, increase the size a bit, crank up the range to 100%, maybe turn the opacity down a bit. And I'm also gonna add a drop shadow to it. Let's click on the drop shadow here. Now I'm simply gonna play around with the distance a bit and crank up the size here. Okay, so that's it. We can now animate the logo. So let's place him behind Iman right here, something like this. I'm gonna select the logo, press P for position, set a keyframe, take it a bit further out, and I'll position it behind Iman so we don't see it. I'll select the keyframes, hit F9 to easy ease, go to the graph editor, select the graph, make some kind of a left peak. I'm gonna drag the second keyframe a bit closer so the animation is not too long. And this is how the animation looks right now. And at the end, we could select the After Effects logo and the null object by holding Control or Command, right click, recompose, press OK. Make sure we put it behind the rotor layer again. And at the end, I'm gonna add deep glow to it. I'm gonna crank up the radius brightness values a little and decrease the exposure a bit. You can also play around with the rest of the settings. For example, I can add chromatic aberration right here. I'm gonna decrease it down a little. You can also do a lot of other things with it. And one thing I forgot to do is to actually animate this After Effects logo going back behind Eamon's body. We're gonna get into the pre-composition. We're gonna copy the last keyframe and paste it right here. Then copy the first keyframe, go a bit further and paste it again. Now we can select them, right click, keyframe assistant, time reverse keyframes, and now we can get back to our main composition. And as I said before, you can stylize the video however you like. You can add a bunch of other different effects, that's up to you, but I am happy with how it looks now, so I'm gonna leave it at this. And that's how the effect turned out: fast, simple, and highly effective. Feel free to get creative and add your own twist to it to make it unique. I hope you learned something new today. Don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.